It starts. Good evening, loyal audience, and today I'm pleased to and honored to welcome BlendJazz, Earl and Henry. We're waiting for Anthony. Maybe he will join us during the interview because Anthony is in Atlanta, Georgia. And Earl, Anthony, welcome to TRSV radio station for this interview. And everyone wants to know that what's your main actuality, because we posted on social media that the brand new album has been released a few weeks ago. So tell us more.
Well, it's been great to have you guys supporting us, and we enjoy playing music. We love it. Music is something that we do to create a different sound, to make sure every tune is not the same old tune. We don't want cookie cutter tunes. We want tunes that are different. And that's why we invite different people to guest appearance on our CD. So we may have a female singer, like Jonay. She sung 2 songs. C. Kelly is our background expert. And then we have E. Marie that does the Latin feel, the Spanish. And we just have to figure out what she says later. We have to go to translate. But it's just fun to do different music, So we're not responsible if she says something a little risque. So
the natural question now is, why jazz?
Well, jazz is freedom. Even the word jazz is freedom. It's the ability to do what you want to do. Say if we went R&B or rock or country, we'd be stuck in one particular mode. But jazz is, I could play Mary Had a Little Lamb, and we could jazz it up, and it could be excellent. And so we do jazz for the total freedom. Sometimes we want to go left when you're supposed to go right, and sometimes we want to go straight down the center when we're supposed to turn around. That's what jazz gives you, is that ultimate freedom of entering mysteries. So if you play the wrong note twice, it's not a mistake. It's jazz.
It's jazz. Yeah.
It's jazz. It's jazz.
That's a perfect answer, and we know now why. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jazz, absolutely. I fully agree. Jazz is the full reflection of life, and I agree. Yeah.
Oh man, you mentioned on that. The full. Like one of our tunes, the first tune on our new CD is called "Don't Give Me That," and it's a reflection of. See, in the United States, we have 3 different medias. And each will have their own interpretation of the news. And I'll give you a brief example. The ultra-liberal media would say, "Oh, dirty, dirty snake, set up that fish." And then you have the medium news, and they'll say there was a conflict between a fish and a snake. And then you have the conservative news, and they'll say, "Oh, the brave snake saved the fish from drowning." So it's the same encounter, but it's different parts of history is recorded on the same encounter with a fish and a snake. So, and that's just an example. That's a metaphor, everybody. We're not getting news about fish and snakes around here. But
that's exactly the paradigm that we talked just before the interview, and about the right answer, and that's the right answer, in fact.
Yeah, the right answer is always elusive, and there's always what they call alternative facts. But, I tell everybody, this is my slogan, information becomes history. But if you break that word down, it's his story. So whoever has the pen has the power of interpretation of that event. Yeah. And so we're We're running into that. So our music is a reflection of the world, a little different piece everywhere. And we're from a melting pot country, so therefore that's why we try to include a little Spanish, a little, R&B, a little jazz, and a little smooth listening, a little instrumentals, and some vocal tracks. It's just to give everybody an opportunity to say, oh, they can do a little bit of something, and that just gives us freedom, and we love it. We just love it. And we love that you embrace, your radio station embraces all types of music. And so that's a perfect venue, because you have from the opera, or the beautiful voice of the lady says, come home. It's so many different types of music, and we enjoy that market because it's given us another people that understand that you can't do the same thing every day. You want to have a little difference. So we enjoy performing on your radio station because your listeners are open and they're free. They're not locked in. So we enjoy that.
And that's why we created TRSV, and plus the what I used to call the plug in the radio, to plug in the radio into the global concept, just to let people enjoying different type of music, different genre of music, and especially and to be honest, Deli, I'm listening to TRSV radio and other radio for sure, but just because your music, BlendJazz music, and other musicians, other artists in the on rotation on the radio are giving me a certain expression. When I'm listening to hip hop or your latest album or something, that's different mood during my work. And again, this is the reflection of my day. Say, oh yeah, oh that one I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this one? What do they want to, what's the message into? And that's the essence of life, the meaning of life, in fact.
Yeah, and I think, chaos and change is exciting. If you had one genre of music, it wouldn't be as exciting. But when you get to listen to everything, like you said, one day, at a certain part of the day, you want to hear a little hip hop to uplift you, and then another part you just want to relax after you sit in that office for 3 hours trying to get things done. You want to relax, and you have that option with this particular. This radio station is so flexible, and we love it. We love the flexibility.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the goal, to be fully flexible and totally open, because the goal is to relax the brain, exactly as you explain it, to relax the brain, to make some different change from 1 minute to another, from a track to another one, to music to another one, and then I think, and the goal I want to achieve with this radio station is to give the opportunity both to the artists just to broadcast their music and to be more and more well known. And the second one is for your audience and the other audience to say, but what's this? Never heard. Do you see what I mean? And never heard this.
Man.
Oh yeah, this is jazz. Oh, I do know jazz. Everyone knows jazz for sure, but says, oh, what that's genre? What type of jazz? Oh yeah. Oh, I feel it. I feel it. As soon as I heard somebody telling me, oh yes, I feel it, I say, yes, got it.
Yes, that's a beautiful feeling, because I used to get questioned, why are you putting a rock guitar in the middle of a jazz piece? Because music has no definition. Music is freedom. And sometimes you want a smooth jazz track, and then all of a sudden a jazz guitar will break. I mean, not a jazz guitar. A rock guitar will break the monotony, and it's a different genre of jazz, and that's why we love the freedom. We love we love what we do, and it's a passion. It's not a business. Even though we're in the music business, we're really in the business of mind to what's in our head, we want to put in your head. And that's a unique trick because through interpretation and languages and countries, people interpret things different. So I always tell people, if you listen to BlendJazz music after your favorite adult beverage, about 3 shots, it'll sound different, the same music. So, and I'm not pushing adult entertainment or adult beverages, but it sounds different, and that was intentionally. So when you're in different states of mind, you'll hear the same piece of music, and it'll stimulate a different part of your brain.
Exactly. And you know, more on top, I made a small experience with students and pupils, and especially French people here, because foreign language here is a real pity. You know, we just speak French and sometimes not very good. But listening to jazz, they fully understand what the song is saying. That's amazing, because they are not understanding English very well, and they say, oh, they want to say this. Hey, you understand English? What's the problem now? No. And everyone, 90% of the people with whom I made this kind of experience told me, no, I don't understand, but I feel it.
Oh yes, it's beautiful, and I tell other musicians this, that less is more. If you have a simple message, it will enter more brains and let them use their own imagination to determine what did he really mean there. You don't try to paint the whole picture. You just trace it and let them put in the colors and the leaves and the tree, to fill the tree out, because everybody will interpret a tree differently, and when they hear it, and basically music is a piece of art, and so we want to just provide a structure and let each individual, through his life experiences, what did he experience in listening to that? It may have triggered an old love or triggered a bad incident, but they experience something different on the same piece of music, and that's why you want less than more. You don't want it too complex.
Absolutely.
Because less is more, because you'll touch more people. Because we all have the same issues. We all stumble, and I always tell people, and other musicians or up and coming artists, always tell them, if you fall forward, because we're all going to fall. If you ever talk to a new parent and they call you and say, hey, my kid is walking, he's walking, but they never mention 1,000 times that he didn't walk, he fell. But they get excited about when he's successful. So we are all going to, take a tumble, but we have to get up, brush ourselves off, and continue down that road. Focus is the key, The more you do it, the better we get.
Absolutely.
We get along.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to take the whole show. We're going to get Henry in here. He's doing the mind thing.
For how many time are you playing together?
We've been together since 2007. Wow. Earl and I have been together
since 2007. So. Anthony is a new adjustment, but Anthony is one of my, we grew up together in a small town in Michigan. And so I knew him before he went to Atlanta. And so when we needed a drummer, I knew he was very focused and dependable, even though he's not here today, but we know he's dependable. And, it's a little contrary in that talk, but we know he's dependable and he's a good guy. And the thing about music is you have to have people that you enjoy being with, because it's a family. It's a family.
Exactly.
And sometimes you may not get the best musicians because they're hard to deal with, because they're very creative. There's nothing wrong with getting the best musicians in the world, but I prefer a happy musician, and then it'll make me happy. It'll make the other person happy, and our music will reflect that, that
Absolutely.
Personality.
Absolutely. And Anthony, just answer my text message. He can't log in into. He appears online, but he can't log in into. That's why he can be with us. And that's a real pity. There's a big problem with Facebook credentialing. So, as we talked before. So, nevertheless, what's the deep meaning of the new album? What's
Ooh, boy, you just hit me.
I want to know.
You hit several. I wanna walk through the CD, and I'm gonna have Henry read off each tune, and I'll give a little summary of where it goes.
Okay, the first track is "Don't Give Me That."
Well, "Don't Give Me That." We already had the explanation of different. And our new commander-in-chief brings a whole new meaning to that one. But that's another story. We're not going there, but
I don't want no helicopters.
No helicopters. So that brings a whole new. The next tune is.
Next one is "Baby Love."
Now, "Baby Love" is a tune that, if you really listen to it, it reflects. I listen to a lot of Hendrix, and it reflects that vibe or that era. So "Baby Love" is, it has the rock guitar in it, and it has the smooth and the little patterns. So that's more of just a sit down after work, kick your shoes off and have a beverage, mostly, and I'm not pushing adult beverages on your audience. Kool-Aid, or something.
Kool-Aid, yeah.
Have a good beverage, because you guys are known in France for wine, so I know it's a great vineyard there that you are experienced while you're over there, one of your favorites. Have whatever he's drinking, and and just enjoy "Baby Love." Next would be...
Okay, we got "La Chica del Pasadena."
"La Chica del Pasadena." Now, that's Spanish. That means the girl from Pasadena.
Pasadena. Yeah.
And we have several Pasadenas in the United States, but we're talking about Pasadena, Texas. And it's a young lady that helps us with a lot of stuff, and so we gave her a little song to recognize her, and then we used the E. Marie to do the vocals because she can speak in Spanish, and that helped us with that "La Chica from Pasadena," And what's the next one?
Okay, "Ain't Easy."
It ain't easy. It ain't easy is a whole nother ballpark. It's a tune saying that living is not easy when you're looking on the outside, and slowly but surely you're going to make it to the inside if you stay focused. And then it becomes easier, living, but that's the whole message. It's just living ain't easy. You have to want something really bad, and you have to go for it, and you have to duplicate it. I believe in repetition. Say, for instance, I'm not a basketball player, but I believe that if I stand in front of a free throw and don't leave that first day until I make 10 in a row, by a month, if I do that every day, it's going to appear that I am a ball player, because repetition. So I tell all the up-and-coming musicians, living ain't easy. If this line of work was easy, everybody could do it. But if you keep doing it over and over, you develop a skill and a talent, that you don't even know you had. and slowly but surely you're going to make it to the inside. It's just living's not easy on the outside.
Okay, the next track is Keith's Song.
Keith's Song. Now that's a personal song, and that's to we have a DJ that's fighting health issues there in Atlanta.
Yeah,
and we wanted to bring we wanted to bring attention to him, because you DJs or radio personalities or whatever the newest term is, you guys give all of us a voice. See, if a tree fell in the woods and nobody was around, nobody would hear it. And so you guys bring the microphone to the tree out in the woods, because you take a large risk. And what I mean by a large risk is, most people say, well, if I play the 10 or 20 songs that are popular, my radio station will be successful and I'll get more advertisements. But you guys take a chance on unheard of artists, and it takes strength and, a strength and determination to present new material to people that have never heard that material. So that's a risk that they take, and that's a sacrifice. So whenever one of you radio personalities is in trouble, it's our responsibility to shine light, to get help for you guys, And so that's why we did Keith's Song, to help him in what he's doing, trying to get over the medical issues, and got his website, GoFundMe website on there. So the next one is,
okay, we got Sweet Lies.
Sweet Lies. Boy, that tells Sweet Lies. Everybody knows a lie is a vicious thing, and it's treacherous. But this young lady is singing about a gentleman that is very good at the sweetening up the lies and making them presentable. All I can tell you is, and people will take it the way they want to, he tells lies and put them in a truthful disguise. So, and so it's a warning. It's a warning song, a message, a warning to the young ladies out there. Watch out for the old sweet liar, So,
okay, and then we got Something.
Something. Oh boy, something.
Because something.
Something, not something. We're not going to do proper English. We're going to do Ebonics, like something, and something.
Southern vernacular.
Yeah, Southern vernacular or whatever. We just wanted to do something. I mean, it was just something about it that makes us excited. And it's just a simple rhythm, simple tune that's very. It's something. And each person will take their own message and get something from it. I hope they get something from it.
Freedom of interpretation.
Exactly. There you go. That's the man of words.
We've got Spring in the Air.
Spring in the Air is a unique song, and it's a simple melody, but it's really entertaining with possibilities. And what I mean by that is, you have string lines going in the background, you have a lead synth over the top, you have a simple keyboard part through the middle, and you have this wild, crazy guitar player going all over the place. And what that determines is spring in the air. In the spring, all the animals are coming out. Bears are coming from hibernation. Everything is coming out, and spring is in the air. So we just made a tune that everybody can get their part, and each part will fight for their to be heard, So spring will just be in the air. That music is just in the air.
Okay, and we've got Roses.
Roses is a very lovely ballad, and it was written by a gentleman that works with us out of Houston. But he's an old Motown singer. He used to be with the stylists of Motown, and you can, people can Google now and find him.
Not the Stylistics now.
Not the Stylistics, but it's another group that Motown had put out called the Stylists. Stylists. And he's the last living surviving member. And he had these tunes just in storage. And so we worked the deal out with him. So, every once in a while we'll go back and pull some of that old soul out and let people enjoy it, you know, because Motown was a very important. People don't realize the impact it had on this nation. You had companies that were billion-dollar industries like, say, Warner Brothers, CBS, Columbia, all of them. And Motown was a small little house in Detroit, Michigan, and it produced so many more hits because it was just focused in on their stuff. And so it was an honor for us to work with one of the surviving members of Motown, you know, on that tune, Roses.
And the thing is, he was a background singer on Wooden Sunglasses.
Yeah, he also worked on our previous album, Wooden Sunglasses, you know, and so this time we put him up front and let him lead. So
one of my
it's just a wonderful album, Yeah. So he's it's great. It's just exciting working with somebody of that stature. You know, it's kind of like, you know, you grow up looking at Motown and then all of a sudden you get to work with one of the actual people that was there. That's exciting in itself. It's like, I remember the basketball player Shaq said when he first got to the NBA, he just looked up at Akeem Olajuwon. Well, he's bigger than Akeem Olajuwon, but he was so, you know, it was an idol, you know. You know, certain people, you see that ring around, that glow around their head, and you like, and it's fictitious, but in your mind, they're doing something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
there's a big impact.
Yeah, impact, yes.
The last track is back.
The last track is back. And this is an important track because that's why we put it last. And I hate to go back to the wine and the adult beverages, but it's one of the tracks that the drums actually leads. It sounds like a synth is leading it, but if you listen to it as you relax, you'll hear different drum patterns. And that's something to spark your attention, to let the drums do about several different patterns while it sounds like a normal tune, but it's not really a normal tune. It's a tune that the drums really attack on that. And then that's why they say, I'm back, you know, because the drums are the traditional instrument that we enjoy. So that's why back is. So.
And more, the first time I listened to Mbeki, I find out a message that, just wait, BlendJazz is back too, with another one again.
See, you got another interpretation there. See, that's why I love that.
Yeah, when you send me the track,
it hits you like, we're back.
Yeah. The last track,
we're back.
Oh, they're back. Goodness.
They're back, yeah. we enjoy coming back.
Yeah, absolutely.
We enjoy coming back. We love it because the most important part of music is building relationships. You see what I'm saying? And coming back, you know, this was the second time that you worked with us and you were familiar with us. We're back. We're back. Pay no attention to that interviewer. He's not on the menu, but he wants to put in his 2 points. He feels that we have hogged the camera, so he wanted to tell his story. So,
that's exactly the way you said it just before. Music is big family, and the elementary tempo. The elementary tempo to join people all together, to make them discover, and you said it, and I love this word, keep focusing on. And as soon as you focus on, then you join people and you create relationships. Of course, you're creating relationship all over the world. Whatever the genre or the type of music you're playing or you're listening to, and that's the essence of life. That's the meaning of life. And that was the essence to create and the energy to create TRSV, you know, globally. The website, the platform, the advice, because we need to be surrounded by artists, by music, by musicians, and to have the all the reflection, all the thinking coming from you artists, because this is a different view of life, a different meaning, and say, oh yes, he's right. What do you want to say in his song? Oh yeah, oh then he's back again.
Yeah.
And
He's back.
it continues, and that's the way. That's the way.
That's the way. It's always repetition. I love that, the way you tied that in, the segue.
Yeah.
It's always repetition, and we're always going to come back, because this is what we do as artists. We paint. Yeah. And when you paint, you keep painting. You know, you may paint a tree today, you may paint something else tomorrow, a bush, but you're going to keep painting, and you're never going to run out, because nature and your imagination are creating different things that are coming to different people with your artwork. And so that's what we want to get different things, because guess what? You gave me an idea just then. Oh, they're back. You see what I'm saying? That I had never thought of, you know, and that's an excellent. Now the next two is going to be back again. See, so
of course,
you know,
of course, we have a formal tradition at TRSV. By the way, we started it, you know, and the last question of the interview for everyone is, I want to ask you to deliver the strongest message to both your audience and message, a kind of advice to young musicians. What could you tell them?
My favorite message to young musician is, I know they grew up in an area where things instant gratification, but this music is a part of your life, and it may be long term. You know, you may get lucky and make your first shot, but maybe not. And guess what? Pick up the pieces and keep shooting, because eventually you're going to break the ice, you know, if you pluck long enough. And so my message to young musicians is, enjoy the work, enjoy the journey. You're not trying to reach a destination. Sure, everybody wants to be rich and famous, but it's not the destination, but it's the journey getting there. Understanding people and the people you meet, because you're meeting like-minded people, creative people, you know, and like-minded. And this is a new era, because before, old school, we used to have to get in a car with a box of records and go to city, talk with this radio guy, and mostly not really talk, get thrown out of each radio station until you get that one that will accept you. But his range is only 100 miles or 50 miles radius in that area. Now we're talking to someone who is sitting in France, and that way we have a different opinion. He may have a totally different view. He views back totally differently. Right. And so now it's much more creative, because you get different inputs and you understand what different people like, and you just grow from that. I grow from learning my audience, understanding this demographic likes it, this one not so much. It doesn't matter. You're learning what to provide your customer, and you provide a service. A service is to take them to a place that they haven't been today. Because everybody has to go to work or a grind or a hustle or something, but your job is to take them away. Take them away. Let them float away into your music. And before you know it, they enjoy your particular brand, and they're coming back. As he said, we're back. So
we're back. So again,
you know,
that's absolutely necessary. You back, and you all back all around the world, just to create this music energy.
Yes. So all you young musicians, keep working and keep working hard, because nothing is easy in life. You know, and in order to get good, you have to work. There is no, hey, somebody's waiting around the corner with an apple pie. You know, they may be waiting around the corner, but it's not with an apple pie. It may be with a brick or something. So you got to keep working harder. And
yeah, that's the main point. Just to keep working hard, don't give up. And you know, pretty in every interview, I say this my favorite motto, and this is the U.S. Naval Academy motto: don't give up the ship. It doesn't come easily for nothing, and as you said, everything in life is very hard to access to, and but as soon as you have a small part of this is the hugest satisfaction you can have. You're absolutely right. It's a strong message.
It's just keep working, and if on your way somebody will throw a brick at you. But that's okay. Use that brick to build your house. Trust me, you know, turn the lemonade into lemons. I mean, with the lemons into lemonade. You know, make every obstacle, it makes you stronger. It's good to have resistance because you're going to get stronger. You know, somebody's not going to like everything you do, but, you know, that's okay. You can tailor your musician. You don't have to cater to them. But you create more. They may not like A, but they're going to like B. And if they don't like B, they're going to like C. I'm going to make sure they like C.
Absolutely.
And so you just keep going, and it makes you stronger, more creative. So everybody keep working hard, and we hope to hear you on this radio station with us so we can learn from you. You know, it's always a cycle.
This eternal cycle of this is the biggest exchange, in fact, because as you mentioned, you give me something, I give you something, and we are creating an added value without limits. And that's good.
It's unlimited. Yes, you hit that on the nose. There are no limits.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, there are no limits because
there's so limited the galaxy and not the sky, the galaxy itself.
I tell everybody, and I believe it to my heart, that as smart as I think I am, I think me, Henry, and Payton are smarter. And then I think me, Henry, you and everybody else is smarter as we get a big family, a big village. And all of a sudden, we're plucking ideas from everywhere, and all of a sudden, we come up with something wonderful. Because it's not one individual's idea, it's the team. It's everybody's idea. And nothing like a team. When a team come against you, you're in trouble.
The power of the team. You know, I'm trying for years now to explain in Europe what united we stand means. I'm not sure they will understand it, but that's exactly this, the power of the team. And as soon as you can do something all together, for sure, the value is huge, and the result is amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and nothing like that team. It's an old saying. I lived in Texas for a while, and Texans used to say, "Hey, remember the Alamo?" And then I was thinking, wait a minute, we lost the Alamo. We lost, but they were excited. It wasn't about them winning. It was very excited. You know, you got to go big or go home. You know.
Well, you're wonderful, really. That was an awesome interview, and I love laughing like this, you know, and thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for your time, for your energy, for your music. All the audience can find the interview on YouTube, the video. The interview will be broadcasted on the radio. We will have another BlendJazz middle of April. And 24 hours of jazz. we have some small things to be fixed with the radio station and the especially the auto posting of the track, but it will be fixed. Radio Nome promised it will be fixed beginning this week. So we're lucky, and let's finger crossed that everything will work. So Jazz again, mid of April. BlendJazz interview, YouTube, TRSV website, and on the radio, the audio track. And thank you very much again. A big salute to Anthony. He experienced some problem with this application to logging in, and but is with us, and even in spirit is with us for sure. Thank you again.
He'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back.
We will all be back, of course, because
Yes.
we are waiting the next album soon.
That's
This
it.
is
We'll
a
be
big
back.
commitment
Okay.
taken today.
All right. All right. Hey, we love you. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, and be assured that we love broadcasting your track, and we love exchanging, and we love having you and exchanging daily on social media, especially on Facebook, and seeing you that we when you message something or tell us, and we're creating this inescapable and invaluable things we can have all together with jazz.
We
the future.
We're gonna make it.
We are the
All
future.
of us.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, we enjoyed it.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you and what you're doing
Thank you.
over there.
Yeah,
And
thank
we
you,
enjoy
Andre. I
it.
appreciate
And we
having
gotta
you on
have
board.
this fun again. We can't not have this. We gotta have this fun again. So
We will.
we better get to work and make some new stuff so we can have this fun.
Yeah, we will for sure.
Okay.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much,
okay.
everyone, and to join us, and don't forget to tune in if you want to hear some very good music from BlendJazz, from all of our artists, jazz, and every genre of music. So tune in. Don't forget about it. You have the link on social media, and don't forget to push some likes and to get some paying download. No piracy, paying download of the latest album of BlendJazz. Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and we're going to talk soon.
All righty then. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care.